Well, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. Come on in. I tell you, I'm always excited to come in and start our day off together. So, look, while the app is notifying everyone, I'm going to let the intro roll and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. Welcome in, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to another insightful discussion. I'm so excited to be here. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Hope you enjoyed your family members. My name is Sonya LaRae. I am the president and CEO of La Paz Image Consultants, where everything is fabulous. I am a lifestyle relationship counselor, fashion psychologist, holistic health and wellness consultant, and motivational speaker. I have the great pleasure of working with you C-suite executives, A-listers, and high-level entrepreneurs, or those of you that are just starting out in your entrepreneurial journey, in your busy lives, mind, body, soul, and wardrobe, which is in totality. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified each and every time that I go live, because I'm live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on our YouTube channel. So welcome into another insightful 30-minute discussion or so. Like I always say, I try to keep it at 30 minutes or less because I know that we're all so busy and we have hectic lives and our schedules. So last week we built upon our techniques of mastering stress. So today's discussion on mastering the art of unplugging, they go hand in hand. With mastering stress, being able to unplug is the next space and place that we need to be in. So, Lapazians, in our fast paced, hyper connected world, finding the balance between professional and successful fulfillment is really more challenging than ever. So, what I want to do today is delve into practical strategies beyond the obvious ones. Like, I don't want to give you the same old that you hear from everyone else or you hear about meditation constantly. I want us to lean into some real ways that we can kind of develop and build upon these new areas and help you truly disconnect from work and reconnect with the what matters most in your personal life. And that could be your family. That can maybe be some of your things that you like to do or like to have done in your life, but now you find that you're just kind of, pushing it aside and not being fully engaged in it. So I hope you have your journals ready because I want to give you at least 4 essential master keys that help you to unplug and bring harmony in yourself personally and professionally. And I always tell you guys, I give you master keys in all of my discussions because those master keys allow us, and I reiterate this constantly because I want you to commit it to your memory. So sometimes when we're told things or we're reiterating things, it helps us to really kind of connect to it and find why it's so important for us to have certain things or to commit certain things to our memory. So I tell you in each discussion that I give you master keys that allow you to open up the corridors, the hallways, those secret compartments of your heart and your mind. But also those keys allow us then to reprogram, rechannel, and reset that GPS of our heart and our mind as well. But it also allows us to lock out what is not necessary and what is not fulfilling in our lives as well. So we're going to start off with 3 essentials. Like I said, 4 main keys that I want to really help you to really kind of put on your keychain and to use when you really needed to be able to unplug and to really step into that harmony professionally as well as personally. So the first master key that I want us to really kind of lean into is embracing nature's therapy. Let me say it again. I want it to be embrace nature's therapy. So one powerful way to unplug is by like immersing yourself in nature. And I know a lot of people say that, but I'm going to give you some reasons why you should schedule regular outdoor activities like maybe hiking or camping or simply taking a walk in the park or around your neighborhood, or maybe just stepping out in your backyard to give yourself that break. See, because nature has a remarkable ability to rejuvenate our spirits and reduce stress and foster creativity. And now you'll hear me say foster or you'll hear me say nurture in some of my discussions, because when we're doing that, that means that we're really cultivating that kind of feeling or where we want to be in that space and place. So we want to really be able to cultivate these different nuances that will help us to reduce our stress levels. So you want to make it a habit to spend time outdoors away from your screens and distractions, allowing yourself to recharge amidst the beauty of nature and the elements of outside. Now, I'm going to tell you something truthfully, and this is the truth. And it may make you laugh because this is the thing. I'm not a huge outdoorsy kind of person, not at all. But being able to ground myself is really important for me. And I just am able to, like, even where I am, I have a large patio and all, and I get to kind of take in outside from inside of my office. Like, so today I have it all the way open so it's natural light streaming in. I don't even have a lot of the studio lights up today because it was just that I wanted to feel that connection, to bring that energy in. And, you know, we're on the East Coast, so we kind of have like a little cloudy day, but it's such an exuberating feel. And then the birds are so active, it's just beautiful. So that allows me to ground and to connect. And that is something that also helps me to focus and stay creative into my day as I move forward too. So these are elements that you may want to put into your day to day that allow you to unplug and to be able to kind of recharge your soul. So maybe you need to make time for yourself to do those things. Maybe you used to be a person that loved to go out and run. Maybe you're not at that point where you're able to go running, but you can do a jog until you build up to your run again. Do that you get that outdoorsy feel and you get that energy, or step out and allow the sun to just rejuvenate you. And most of us need vitamin D anyway. We're kind of vitamin D deficient because we're not outside as much. And some of you all are real outdoors kind of people. Now you're going to get to hear the gardener because they're out there doing the lawn and everything. And I didn't close the blinds, and no, that's actually a buffer for the sound. So I apologize to you. So the second master key that I want to give you is cultivate hobbies and passions. Cultivate hobbies and passions. I have to tell you, developing hobbies and passions outside of work is so essential for maintaining a healthy work life. And it gives you harmony, even. And whether it's painting, playing musical instruments, gardening, cooking, I don't know what you like to do, but it means that you have to tap into a deeper essence of outside of work, that your brain is not constantly fixated on the to-do list, or, you know what, I have this meeting, I need to build this out. But what are you doing in that space and place to allow yourself to disconnect and disengage from that rat race constantly? See, when we do these activities, they bring us more joy, they bring us more fulfillment. And that's crucial for us to be able to keep growing. And it also helps us not to have burnout as well. So, dedicating time to each week of you pursuing these interests wholeheartedly is necessary. Because I find that when my clients are really kind of in that harmonized way, balancing between their work life and then the activities that they put in, they kind of have more of a great feel for what is happening. They're kind of engaged more. They're doing things that they love. They feel more fulfilled. They're kind of wholeheartedly placing themselves and being present in each moment and just experiencing pure joy. Where constantly, if we're constantly at that rat race, it's always that feeling. And a lot of times that's where you have the situation of where you start to build stress. You have tension in your neck. Maybe you're not sleeping well, or you notice that you have TMJ because you're kind of get your teeth kind of together constantly, or you notice your breathing is off too. So when we do these things and we start to do things that we love, I know a friend of mine said that she had started to take crocheting. And she said she just didn't even realize how relaxing that was, that she gives herself 30 minutes to just do crocheting. And she said it just helps her and even brings her more aware of certain things that she needs to be aware of, even in her personal life, but also even in her business. And so these are things that we want to be able to engage in. And I don't know if you realize how important this key is for high level C suite executives, because when we don't place things inside of our life that are releasing stress, it actually causes us to hold on to things that it gives us that brain fog or that mental fatigue. So I have several hobbies, but one that brings me such joy and is also my passion too is music. And I vocalize every day. I sing and vocalize even when I'm coming in to do lives like this. So I make sure that my voice is really clear. I vocalize. I get my trills in and different things that really loosen up my jaw. My tongue is relaxed. I don't have any tension in my throat. My breathing is great. So it kind of allows me to be present for the things that I love to do. For when I come in here and I'm bringing forward, this dynamic discussion on the art of unplugging so we can have success in our daily lives. This is things that you and I need to do. And maybe it's just you're someone who enjoys listening to music. Do you realize that is also a hobby? That is something that brings so much joy and so much peace to many people. I know for my family, like my uncles and my brothers, they love music. Music is such a source of release. And even my mate loves it. And they can listen to music and they can just decompress, and it puts them in a mood and a place of where they want to be. And it allows them to be able to kind of focus and recenter themselves inside of their life as well. So whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you're doing it and you're doing something that brings you joy. Because when we do things that bring us joy, that lighthearted feeling, that presence and the endorphins that kick off in our brain and everything is powerful. It is truly powerful. So, that leads us into our third master key. And that third master key is none other than something that I constantly preach about. And I'm I'm almost dogmatic with it. So just to be honest with you all, I'm a little dogmatic with this one. And that's practicing that digital detox. Because in today's age, right, this age that we're in, we're constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, social media updates. It makes it challenging to just disconnect from work, period. Even when you go home, your phone is ringing, it's buzzing constantly. So I know, as a person who has a lot on their plate and that gets tons of notifications, implementing like regular detox can help break the cycle of constant connectivity. And you have to designate specific times each day or of the week or each day of the week to unplug completely from electronic devices. And I guess I would say this. I want you to use the time to engage in offline activities. That's why I gave you about the hobbies. That's why I said to you before about connecting to nature, because when we're unplugging and we're detoxing ourselves from this digital atmosphere and our digital world that constantly is in our face, we need to place other things in there that are going to nurture, that are going to heal, that are going to feed in that space and place that has become so prevalent. And what is more exceptional than to being able to have a face-to-face conversation with someone, or just sitting down to have lunch with someone? So this is something that is important for me. um, I also use this for myself. So I tell you, I teach a lot, and I also give you experience because I want to have it where it's connecting as well. So you can see how it benefits you. I have a lot of clients that do this too in time blocking. And what I like to do is I like to block out or black out times where I set it up with my phone. And many of you know that if you message me or you send me things via social media, you will see that I'm not there. That it's like birds are chirping because I've put it on night mode, or I've just kind of decided that this is a time that I need. I also have times in the course of my day that are like, I call it my creative hour. So literally I block out time that is only in that space and place that I get to work on certain things that nurture my soul. Because I pour out a lot with clients, I pour out a lot in the business that I'm in as well. I do a lot of speaking engagements. So it's important for me to really kind of sit in that space and place and to be able to unplug. And one of the biggest areas that I would like for you all to even kind of sit with and to kind of allow it to resonate with you is this. When it's your lunch hour or your lunch time, whenever you decide to take your lunch, that is a perfect time for you to disengage from your social media, from your phone, turning it off, not even answering it during your lunch hour. That is your time to be able to sit and have your meal and to re-energize your body. You may even decide that you can take that hour. If you take an hour lunch, maybe you take 2 hours for lunch. I don't know how your schedule is or what you set up, but maybe in that time you can even do some journaling, or you can take a rest or take a walk. But whatever it is, that you're not having that phone front and center, so you can concentrate even on the food that you're eating. Because a lot of times what happens when you're on your phone, and that's actually going to lead into our fourth actually key, but a lot of times when we're on our phone, we mindlessly eat, and it doesn't allow us to even realize that we're full. It doesn't even allow us to know that we are dehydrated and we need to hydrate ourselves properly. So, in turn, when we disconnect from our phones and do that digital detox, it allows us to reset, to come front and center, and to do the things that we like to do, to be able to sit and really have a meal and not kind of eat at our food, but to enjoy our meal, which, like I said, leads into our fourth master key of this discussion, which is prioritizing our self care. Huh. Now, you realize that in many of our discussions, and I think in most of our discussions, this particular key resurfaces over and over again. So this is a master key. This is the true master key of all master keys, because if you're not really taking care of yourself or making self-care a priority, you know that everything else is out of connection and out of whack. So I always like to say that self-care isn't a buzzword, because someone said to me, oh, between the last 3 years, self-care has been such a buzzword and it's just always floating around. Well, let me say this, and I want you to pay attention. So lean in a little bit. It's not a buzzword. but it's a crucial component to maintaining your overall well-being. Okay, let me put that on replay for you. Self-care is not a buzzword, okay? It is not a buzzword. It's a crucial component to maintaining your overall well-being. That means that it's a crucial point in your mind, body, soul, and health. So if that's all the elements that it's involved in, that's in totality. So if we're not taking care of ourselves, if we're not prioritizing our self-care, we're not caring about ourselves in totality. Whether it's getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, maybe practicing meditation, those mindful pauses, or even just relaxing, taking a steam shower. As long as you're carving out time for YOU, it's essential. It is essential. Now, these are the elements in your on your keychain that you cannot just neglect. You can't just throw them aside and act like everything else is going to be okay. So I taught you and I spoke to you all in a discussion on how lifestyle, relationship counseling, fashion psychology, holistic health and wellness consulting marry together in a harmonious way. When we place these four keys into our lives and we place these four master keys on our keychains, it's the same balance that we're bringing into our life, and it's the same harmonizing feeling that we're getting into our life because it's allowing us to just tap into the necessary parts that are going to unite the lifestyle and the relationship, which is going to cause it to be more harmonious. It's going to have good communication. It's going to have a good level of connection. And then on top of it, it moves you into your holistic health and your wellness because you're eating healthy, you're sleeping, you're exercising, you're committed to doing some things outside, grounding yourself, disconnecting and detoxing from social media and your electronics. And you're able to bring forward this harmonious feeling that marries into your wardrobe so it's not speaking negatively of behind your back. Powerful. See, it all marries hand in hand and it replenishes our batteries. It helps us to feel good about ourselves. Self-care is something that, I work diligently. I really do. I work diligently on and with clients and with you all because I know how necessary it is. I know how stressful life can be on a daily basis. So why area, I noticed that I just had a hesitation there. I don't know if you all heard me, but I saw that it totally blacked out. So I don't know what happened there, but I want to say this to you, that what I was saying to you is that without self-care, your health isn't your wealth. And you will see how quickly the value depreciates and that you are susceptible to burnout. You're susceptible to anxiety, depression, poor physical health. So these are areas that I really want you to be kind of cognizant of. And I see that I'm back, but I also see that I'm also paused in other areas too. So just to let you know, if you received a temporary pause or anything, um, don't worry. This is on replay and you can come and watch the full discussion because if it paused, it's right at the 11:24 marker. So we're 24 minutes and 30 seconds into the discussion. So if that happened, please just feel free to come back, move it to this part so you can pick up where it might have froze for you. So I do apologize to you all. So before I give you your homework, though, you know I love to give homework. Wouldn't be a good session if you got no homework. I think this is a good space and place for me to do a quick reset for you all and kind of bring you all back into the discussion because, like I said, we did have a little freeze, a little pause moment. So I apologize to you all. And even I noticed like it was kind of like some hesitation inside of my board even. Um, so just to let you all know. So let me just say that I'm so excited to be here with everyone. And my name is Sonya LaRae. I'm a lifestyle relationship counselor, fashion psychologist, educator, holistic health and wellness consultant. And I am the president and CEO of La Paz Image Consultants, where everything is fabulous. I have the great honor and pleasure of working with you C-suite executives, A-listers, high-level entrepreneurs, those that are even starting their entrepreneurial journey, bringing harmony into your lives in totality, mind, body, soul, and wardrobe. Please make sure that you're also connected with me on Instagram because every Thursday I give the fashion psychology tip of the day, and those are really good. You don't want to miss them. I tell you, I have to tell you something. I love what I do. And being able to come in and birth dynamic discussions like this is truly an honor and a pleasure for me. So make sure if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and share it with someone who needs to be here. I would love to even grow our platform. I'm looking to really grow out the base here, but I'm looking forward to working with you one-on-one as well. And ladies, we're starting our new season of the Millionaire's Mindset Network. And if you have not subscribed to the newsletter yet, please, it's an e-blast. It's not a newsletter. It's an e-blast that comes out every week. And there's some new things that are coming into this e-blast that you are not going to want to miss. And there's even some new things that are taking place that you're going to get full instruction on how we're going to be doing things, some special conversations even. So make sure that you subscribe. There's always a link in our description box. There's one even in the comments. So there's no reason why you cannot join our beautiful community. And ladies, I have to tell you, it is powerful. It is moving and changing a lot of mindsets around money, how we're supposed to look at certain things. So I'd love to have you be a part of it. So before the reset, I gave you 4 master keys that help you to unplug for success. The first one was to embrace nature's therapy, schedule regular outdoor activities to make sure that you have a clear view to a great outdoor or just a way to recharge yourself. The second area was to cultivate hobbies. Developing hobbies and passions outside of work are essential. Look, go swimming. Maybe you like to jog, crochet, sing, whatever it is. Make sure that you have hobbies outside of your regular work day so you can be more fulfilled. The third was practice digital detox. Digital detox. You'll thank yourself in the long run. Unplug from your device. Don't be afraid to give yourself a well-needed break. Don't be afraid to sit down at lunch and leave your phone in your bag that you can't hear it, put it on vibrate or whatever. If you're expecting an emergency call, that's the only reason that it should ever interrupt your lunch or that time that you have set for yourself, because guess what? You're leaning into your 4th master key of prioritizing your self-care. Self-care isn't a buzzword. It's a crucial component to maintaining your overall well-being. Like how I did that? See how I just wrapped everything up beautifully for you? That gives you an opportunity now to lean into your homework. So, no good session goes without homework. Trust me. So I hope you have your journals with you because this is a journaling exercise. I love to do this because it helps you to really kind of connect with the discussion and what we're putting into place for you. And even working with me one-on-one, you'll see that you get a lot of assignments. We get to come back, we get to look at it, we kind of dissect it a little bit more and see where we need to kind of build upon it, because you and I are co-partners in your life journey. And so it's important for me to make sure that all the elements definitely go hand in hand. And thank you so much for dropping these notes into our chat box today. It's wonderful to have you here. Nice to be have you a part of the discussion too. So, since we're right at the end here, let me give you your assignment. I want you to take a few moments to reflect on your current approach to unplugging from work and reconnecting with your personal life. I want you to reflect on that for a moment. So I want you to write down any insights or realizations that come to mind as you consider the next following questions. Now, these are questions that I want you to put in your journal. This is the homework part. So get ready to write your questions down. If you missed it, you're going to come back. It's right at the 30.36 marker, okay? How often do I prioritize spending time in nature away from work-related distractions? How often do I prioritize spending time in nature away from work-related distractions? The second question I want you to ask yourself is this: what hobbies or passions have I neglected? What hobbies or passions have I neglected due to due to professional commitments? And how can I wait a minute, let me put it this way. What hobbies or passions have I neglected due to my professional commitments? And how do I reignite them into my life? How do I re-energize all the things that I neglected? And look, only put down 3 things. Don't go putting down a list of things, running it down like, oh, you didn't do this, you did. We're not doing negative. We're not going to go drag ourselves over the coals. So what hobbies or passions have I neglected? Think of your top 3, because that's what we're going to work on, the top 3. And how can I recharge them or reignite them into my life again? What steps can I take to implement regular digital detoxes and reduce my dependency on electronic devices? So how are we going to kind of detox ourselves from that digital aspect? How are we going to unplug? So I want you to really think about that, because that's an important key component there. And your last question I'm going to give you is, in what ways can I enhance my self-care routine to ensure I'm prioritizing my physical, mental, and emotional well-being? Whew, let that vibrate with you for a second. In what ways can I enhance my self-care routine to ensure I'm prioritizing my physical, mental, and emotional well-being? Now, take time to reflect on these questions. Be honest and really open with yourself, because that introspection is where you need to sit. Use your journal as your tool of self-discovery, personal growth. Comment, I want you to commit to this assignment. Commit to each of our assignments, but commit to this assignment, because this assignment is a deeper one, because it's really going to help you to see why it's necessary for you to unplug. Why it's necessary that we keep building in a space and place. Repeat number 3, please. Sure. What steps can I take to implement regular digital detoxes and reduce my dependency on electrical devices? So what steps can we take to implement regular detox from our digital electronics? If it's the email, if it's your phone, what can you put into place, and what can you implement on a regular and commit to it? So that means that maybe it's that 45 minutes at the end of your day that you're going to shut it off 45 minutes before you go to bed. and allow yourself to detox from it. Maybe you're going to allow yourself to have that 45 minutes or that 30 minutes at lunchtime to be away from your phone so you can enjoy your lunch, so you can kind of sit there and decompress. Whatever it is, please commit to it. So look, I just want to say in closing, as C-suite executives, mastering the art of unplugging is essential for really achieving sustainable success and personal fulfillment. It really is necessary for us to get this down. And by embracing nature's therapy, cultivating hobbies and passions, practicing digital detoxes, and prioritizing your self-care. Now, you notice I made sure I reiterated it again. You can create a harmonious balance between your professional responsibilities as well as your personal life. And, true success is not just measured by your career accomplishments. Now, I want you to pay attention because, really, in all honesty, these are places and spaces that we have to be willing to sit in. And our career accomplishments are not the measure of our success. But if we start having more fulfilled lives, being harmonious in the spaces and places that count, that's where we get the quality of life that we need. That's where we get to build on the resources that bring us true happiness. So that's why it's so important for me to come in and have a powerful discussion like this with you. And I always tell you, I appreciate you so much for spending your life seconds with me because you really don't have to. And I appreciate it. And I really value your time. So, with that being said, everyone, thank you so much. My name is Sonya LaRae. I'm the president and CEO of La Paz Image Consultants, where everything is fabulous. I'm a lifestyle relationship counselor, fashion psychologist, holistic health and wellness consultant, and motivational speaker. But by far, I'm always honored to say that I am the host. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and come back again next week because next week's discussion is just as good. I promise. We'll be right back here next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. I almost said 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week and be safe and take a little time for you. All right, guys, take care.